And to quote Bill O'Reilly, we're doing it live.
Doing it live.
Fuck it. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Sounds good.
Tony, cheers, dude.
Cheers.
Yeah. Gosh damn, we just said it when I got here. 36 friggin' years since we saw each other. I totally remember you from high school because you hung out with Lil Sosha a lot, didn't you, in high school?
More in middle school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
High school, God, I was more like Ron Bazan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Johnny Johnson. I hung out with a lot of random kids in high school.
And that's, I recognize Johnny Johnson. I recognize the name. Was he in our class?
He was in my class. I was in 89.
Oh, I thought you were 90.
No.
Oh, you're
89.
okay.
My wife was 90.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Susie was in my class. That's right.
But like Ray Hall, Scott Brassfield.
I know that name. Yep.
Jason Steffen.
Yes, of course. Yep.
Like Aaron. I was kind of like that skateboard kid. You know,
but you had an eclectic group of friends in high school.
Yeah.
Holy crap, that's awesome, dude. Yeah. So yeah, a shout out here, Kings Raven Winery here. It's kind of between Canby and Oregon City. I don't know. It's an Oregon City address.
I think so.
Yeah, but Darin and Taneha kind enough to let us post up here and do the podcast. And again, this was, Darin knows I've been doing it, but he just brought this up. He was like, "Oh my God, you need to have Tony on the podcast." He was like, "That guy has some shit to say," not in a bad way.
No. Yeah.
Strong opinions.
Yeah.
But so it is. I can't remember. Did I send you a link to a previous episode for you to check out? I don't think I did. I think you just said yes.
I said yes, and then you sent me one.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So the origin of it was literally to hear people's origin stories. And again, I haven't seen you since 1990 probably. So what's happened since high school, man?
Sheesh.
Got married to Susie, of course, and Susie was in my class, but
yeah. So Susie and I were high school sweethearts.
Okay.
So we've been married around 37 years.
Oh my God, what is that like?
It's
kind of a rhetorical question.
It's like a roller coaster. It's like
the best kind.
Yeah, you got some good days and you got some bad days.
I've been married 3 times. I'm single now, and I'm actually with a really awesome girlfriend, Krista. But yeah, that's just funny. There we go. Now we're back.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you guys were high school sweethearts, and that's actually a great story because it's kind of rare.
Yeah.
That people make it that long.
Yeah. We had a kid really young.
Okay.
So she was like 16, something like that.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember her pregnant in high school. Yeah. Got it.
And of course, her parents weren't very happy about that, and my parents were like, "Well, now you got stuff to do now.
It's time to grow up.
Time to grow up. Yeah. So.
Yep.
It's been amazing though. It's been really amazing. We're best friends still.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, she's incredible.
Yeah, the one time I did see her a few years ago, just randomly at the tasting room. I love her energy. She's just fun. Kind of got the impression that, especially at the age we're at now, like, and this is not an insult, but like she has like 0 fucks to give. You know what I mean? She's just down to earth. She's real. She's authentic. She is who she is.
Yeah.
And there was no pretense. That was just Susie.
Yeah.
So.
That is, yeah. Especially after a few wine drinks.
She'd had a couple glasses of wine, yes.
Yeah. No, but she really is. She's amazing. She's taught me a lot. So it's been great.
It's funny how that works. It usually is the men that learn from the women, you know, because
100%.
Because men are idiots. We obviously evolve and mature much later if we ever do. I know a lot of dudes our age and older that still have 16-year-old minds.
Yeah, it's true. It's hard. But,
how many kids then now?
So we've got 2 kids. Rachel is married and has 2 kids.
Okay.
So I got 3 grandkids in total.
Nice.
My son, he just got married a couple years ago, and they just had their first kid. So he just turned 1 last week.
Are they all in the area, kind of?
Yeah. So we actually just live right up on top of that ridge up there.
Susie pointed it out. I remember that now.
So we have my son and his wife live on our property in another guest room.
Yeah.
Like off the back of the shop.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
awesome.
my daughter and her husband have a house like maybe 3 blocks away, 4 blocks away.
Holy shit, that's cool.
So we all get to spend a lot of time together.
Yeah, we'll almost have a compound kind of.
Almost. Yeah. We do have another house on our property. We got 3 of them on our property, and trying to, I was really pushing to be like, oh, come on, but kids need their space.
Yes,
so,
I respect that. Yeah, I only have one child. My daughter, she's 34 years old. I had her when I was 19. Well, yes, actually. She was born just a couple of months before my 20th birthday. Funny story, I've told it before, and she wouldn't be embarrassed by it. But met her mom our freshman year of college on my 19th birthday. I lost my virginity and became a father on the same night.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, I don't. You probably don't remember much of me in high school, but I was very shy and insecure and kind of awkward in high school. So like when I met Cindy, her mom, I was just like, oh my god, a hot chick wants to talk to me and a hot chick wants to kiss me.
Oh my gosh. Well.
So no, it was cool.
Yeah.
What? So after high school though, what kind of? Because I don't even know what, and it's probably changed. But what's Susie done for like work, or has she kind of just been the mom?
She has been a real estate appraiser for quite a while.
Okay.
20 plus. She worked at like Chicago Title for a while. She's always liked properties, houses.
So they send them out to literally appraise a house that somebody wants to put it on the market. You have to have a starting point, what to list it at, kind of a thing?
Or if they want to sell it, they want to pull money out of it. They just kind of. She gives the value in that time. So like.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a crazy market sometimes. I don't know how she does it, but
dude,
she's been doing it for quite a while. She's amazing at it, and she just got a real estate license now. So
is she gonna start doing that?
She wants to do more of like investment stuff, like find a place.
Oh,
kind of.
Yeah.
That kind. She's really driven. When she says she wants to do something, she does it. She's pretty amazing that way.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. So
how long have you guys had this property?
I want to say probably it's been about 12 years now. I think this is the longest we've stayed at a place.
Okay. So you, Darin already had the winery going when you guys moved in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. We kind of bounced around for a while.
That was a happy act. So were you? Did you know Darin really well in high school?
Not in high school, just outside of high school.
Okay.
We started playing music together.
He mentioned that. I want to dive into that because I now I play guitar, but and I'm sorry for my 2 listeners. Oh, I have to shout them out. Gwen and Teresa, my 2 listeners. Thank you guys so much for supporting the podcast. So freshman year of college, my roommate, Jason Moore, he's from Lake Ridge High School, but he's like a guitar virtuoso. He still lives in Tigard. He's been in bands all over the Portland area, teaches, just like an amazing guitar player. So I spent 9 months in the dorm room with him, and he taught me electric guitar. And then I pretty much dropped it for 30 years because it was the pandemic. But I had an acoustic guitar that just was in the closet collecting dust. And when the pandemic hit, got time at home, so I pulled it out. And nowadays with YouTube, you can find a tutorial video for any song you want. And I knew the basic 4 chords, obviously. So I just started practicing. Tried to do the 30-minute a day thing, repetition. And now I've gotten to the point. I've done open mics. I'm not trying to book gigs. I do love going out to the solo acoustic sets. You get that singer-songwriter kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And I know a ton of musicians up in the area, and I go see them and yada yada. But yeah, Darin mentioned. So was the music thing what kind of connected you guys after high school?
Yeah, 100%.
And were you guitar, sing?
I played guitar.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was Jason Zarang, Chris Austin.
Chris Austin, he was my class. Yeah.
He was the drummer, and Rick Falk, he was singing for us. Scott Brassfield was like our manager.
So you were booking gigs and
we were playing. We were playing Portland. We were playing Satyricon.
What was the name of the band?
Herbal Jones.
I feel like I've heard that name before.
Yeah.
This would have been mid to late 90s?
Yes, I believe so.
And you were doing originals or cover?
No,
you were writing your own music?
Yeah, we were all.
What was Darin playing on it?
Darin was bass.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I remember him all through elementary and middle school, and of course high school. I didn't even know did he play back then, or did he?
I think so. We, I want to say, Rick, Chris, and I were looking because Todd Branson used to play with us when we first started, but he started doing other things, and then so we were looking for another guitar player, bass player, that type of thing, and we met Jason Zarang and Darin and hung out, and we just kind of took off.
What was the style of music? What were the influences?
Kind of like a grungy rock,
like the
alternative.
Seattle scene,
yeah,
type thing.
Exactly, yeah.
Right on, man.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. We had a great time. We turned an old milk truck into our little tour van.
That's
Excuse me.
awesome.
And then we had like cassette tapes, and we drive around and hand them out. And
back in the day, old school marketing.
Yep.
Beating the streets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was so much fun.
Oh, dude.
I don't know how we're still alive sometimes, but but we made it. We would have a show in Portland. One time we went to Portland, went to Kaiser, played a house party, and then went to Salem and played in a bar in Salem.
All on the same day.
All on the same day.
Dude. Oh my God.
So we had some good times. We had a lot of really good times.
Holy crap, that's insane, man.
Yeah.
But so
we haven't done it in a while, but we play right in this room right
so you
there.
guys still all have your instruments, just nowadays you're not necessarily trying to book gigs.
No.
But it's just fun.
Yep, we make original songs still, and my son Corey plays piano for us, and
Oh, that's cool.
another Darin who is a wine guy just up the road here. He plays guitar. Darin plays bass. Jason Zarang plays drums.
Can we find any of this on Spotify or anything?
No.
So you're writing songs, but you haven't necessarily recorded them.
Yeah, we've put them all on like a Google Drive that we all share, and we can all kind of pick apart. And
so is that where you mentioned your son had the sound engineering experience? Has he been able to help you with that?
Oh, he's amazing.
All right, so is he the one that helped you be able to record?
Yeah, he's got, before we ended up, so he ended up having a baby, and things just got busy, so we stopped playing for a while, but he was going to hook it up to where we would all have ears.
In-ear monitors.
Ear monitors.
Yes.
And he's just got that dialed in, so hopefully we'll get back at it. So I think his life is starting to settle down a little bit, so we should be, Darin and I were just talking about it.
And he probably knows, like, as far as recording, now you can use, I don't know whether it's Pro Tools or Bandcamp. I mean, he knows how to use all the software. Pro Tools, yeah.
He does that.
Holy crap. Do you keep a drum set in here?
No, Jason Zarang has it. And he just lives right down the road over here.
So he can bring it down and set it up pretty quick if you guys want.
He took it home to play, but usually we'll leave it all in here set up.
Crap, that's awesome. Little secrets of King's Raven. This is actually, we're down the hill where the actual production winery is. The tasting room is up the hill. So there's little secrets about this. I thought it was just wine down here. I had no idea you guys were still actively doing the music thing.
Yeah.
But I remember a few years ago, because I would come out and just post up on a table and play my acoustic.
Oh,
and
nice.
that's when Darin mentioned that you and him were in a band together and stuff. Holy crap, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We definitely need to get back at it.
Never got Susie to sing?
No. We did get a piano in our living room now, and
For your son plays that.
our son plays it, and Susie also plays piano.
Holy
So
crap.
it's kind of nice to see her back on the piano.
Yes, absolutely, man. It was, and maybe the part I left out about having the guitar in the closet. It was it's just an acoustic that my mom picked up for a birthday. Like one of my birthdays, 10 years before, maybe late 2008, 2009. She just randomly got it for me, and I just left it in the case, and then picked it up during the pandemic. And my mom passed in 2022, which she was actually the impetus for the podcast, which is why I started it. But I was like, ever since then, I have since bought another, because it's actually a pretty nice guitar. She bought it at the music store that's on the hill there in Oregon City, kind of right next to that Hive place.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, okay.
right,
There's a music store. Up there.
yeah, Wally's.
Oh, by 7-Eleven.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she went in there and bought it, and it's a true acoustic. It doesn't have pickups or anything, but and this is before I really knew much about guitars, and I've since learned. Great action, sounds good, and I played on that for years, and then I finally was like, okay, I need an acoustic electric. So, and my friend Jason recommended this Yamaha one, which is perfect size. Again, the action is so important. Like my dad, he would randomly stay up late and see infomercials, and he ordered this Keith Urban guitar package that comes with a little amp.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I have taken it in. I've changed strings. I've had people work on it. It is the shittiest. Like the strings are that far off the fretboard,
Right,
and I'm like, what? And I could not get it in tune, no matter how hard I tried.
Yeah.
I'm like, Dad, oh God, we kept it, and I wanted to try to make it because he also passed, and I wanted to try to make it to where, like, when I go back to visit my brothers in Tennessee, I can play our dad's guitar. But I finally had to give up and go, this is just a crappy guitar, so we'll keep it.
Yeah.
Maybe hanging on the wall.
Yep. Yeah. We got the piano in our living room, and then I hung my acoustic guitar up on the wall, and so far it's just got dusty.
But it does help that it's in your vision.
I thought for sure if I see it,
you'll grab it.
We'll grab it. We'll
20
play
minutes.
It. Yep. And then I kind of walk by it. Look, it's calling for me.
Yeah.
So I hope to pick it up here pretty soon. Actually, ideally it'd be nice for Susie and I to start playing. She could play piano, I'll play guitar. And
that'd be beautiful.
Yeah. So that's
holy shit.
Probably what we should be doing and what we'll probably do.
Yeah, get her to, no pressure, Susie.
Yeah.
But get that. That'd be cool if you guys then. I don't know if you care about booking gigs, but it'd be cool to have you guys play on a summer afternoon here, just the two of you.
Yeah, we almost Darin wanted to play here, but we just weren't quite.
Life happens.
Right there, exactly.
Yeah.
And we had a good amount of songs too that because we would go. My son was doing Clackamas Community College, and we went to the studio. So
they have a program for this there.
So and so he completed that program, and so he wanted to record us, and he also works and volunteers at Willamette Falls, the local TV place in Oregon City.
TV.
Yeah, it's like a Willamette Falls studio or something like that.
Is it like a local access?
It's like a local access. Yeah.
Okay.
And they rebuilt the basement, and so we went down there. And
so it's a studio space. That's awesome.
Yeah. So we went down there and did some recordings, and it was a lot of fun.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a good time.
I'm assuming you play both electric and acoustic.
Mm-hmm.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, gosh damn.
And then I sing with this band.
I like it.
Yeah. So I've always wanted to do that. So.
That's awesome, man. And so you have all the you have all the equipment you need. You have a PA, you have the mics and all that. If you want to set up for a small show like that.
Yeah.
Dude, gosh damn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to hang out with you guys more.
There you go. Yep.
All right, so you and Susie, obviously married, still together since high school.
Yeah.
What's the career path for you after high school? I've had like every gosh damn job you can imagine, so I'm just always curious what other people, how they kind of landed where they're at.
Holy cow. So I wanted to get out and have our own apartment, our own place. So
and just I should tell you, I always glance over now and then just to make sure everything's still working.
Yeah,
but keep talking.
So I was like, I remember I worked at Hubbard Chevrolet for quite a long time. So I
remember that.
I started washing cars in the front lot.
Okay.
And then I went from that to driving parts around, going up to Portland and Salem every day. And then I went to selling parts. And then I went.
Is this still for the dealership?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after selling parts for a while, then I became the body shop manager.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Okay.
But I remember a TV crew coming in there, and they were doing a commercial, and they were just having a blast.
Yeah.
And I remember watching them. I was standing behind the counter, and
were they filming a commercial for the dealership?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
So I went out and I asked the guy. I think his name was Charlie. But anyway, I went and I asked him. I was like, what are you guys doing? And they're like, oh, we're doing a TV commercial. And I was like, you guys get paid to do this? He's like, yeah. I was like, well, what's the company? And he's like, it's in Canby, the broadband
company out of Canby?
Yeah, it's like it's
Oh.
a Canby telephone.
Yes.
And then they.
I can't remember it either, but I know the company.
They
Yeah.
started doing TV, and so then I heard about the local access TV station in Canby, and what I found out was that if you can use their equipment for free, all their cameras,
Really?
all their tripods, cameras, mics, and all that stuff. And then I figured out that I could use those, go to Portland, and get into shows for free because I would videotape the concerts. So I'd live at Satiricon.
Seriously, that's
yes.
such a good. That's a good gig. Or,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's a good hack to have.
Yeah, and
Oh my god.
and I would just give the bands, a copy of their show. I remember it was like Village Idiots and
Yes.
Sweaty Nipples.
So
and,
we're still in the mid to late '90s when this is happening.
Yeah, and we're playing and all that, and I was just really into video and photography
AV
after
stuff,
that.
yeah.
And I was coaching my daughter's soccer team, and I'd put together these little music videos for at the end of the season.
But back then,
Mhm.
was there a software you were using to do it, or was it all manual, old school editing?
No, they just came out with some software stuff.
Okay.
So
You would record all the footage, but you'd be able to edit it and put it together into like a presentation or something.
Yeah, because the local access place used to have the equipment to where
Holy
you
crap.
could do that. Yeah, so
Damn.
slowly I started doing that kind of stuff. And then Darin, I think it was in just late 90s, he's like, there's a company in Vancouver, they want to, you get paid to be an editor.
Oh.
But before that, I started doing local TV commercials for companies. I started my own video production company, and so I would do all the local businesses TV ads.
And then those commercials could get fed to like the Portland affiliates? Yeah. Okay.
Portland, Woodburn around. So
Yeah.
that's why I went from there to the video stuff, and then from there, I probably did video work just up until COVID time. And
Holy shit. So that eventually became your main job.
Yeah, so I got hooked up with Darin, and we would do Ferrari challenge races where we would go to Florida, and we went to Italy once. We'd go all over and follow this racer.
Okay, that's a big jump from local commercials for local businesses. Tell me how'd you get hooked up with that?
Darin Ingram.
Okay.
So he met some people through doing work, and I don't know.
Yeah, because I forgot. He's told me what he used to do before this became full time, but it was a lot of technology work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and then so that was really nice. And then Ray Hall, I don't know if you remember Ray Hall. He
your class or mine?
My class.
Okay.
Amazing guy, but he wanted to learn how to become a photographer.
Okay.
So he hit me up, and then we just started hanging out and started going around. I'd show him how to use the camera,
and back then you're using actual film. Digital wasn't a thing, right? Or
I think it was transitioning into digital, yeah. And anyway, he started getting gigs from Nike. So then he wanted me to come along, and so next thing you know, I'm flying with Ray. We were going to New York. We go at the NBA Finals.
Holy crap.
Jam thing in Toronto. We just fly all over the place and do photo work. Yeah. And then COVID happened.
Yep.
And then so I know you remember Ron Brister.
Ron Brister?
Yeah. He was younger. Maybe a few years ago.
And
Anyway,
again, I was the social idiot in high school.
He's also an amazing guy. Just driven, talented, creative. He started Rose City Comic-Cons in Portland.
He started it?
He started it. Yeah.
The one that happens every year now.
Yeah. And then he sold it. I think right before COVID. Don't quote me on that, but he did sell it, and I think he's doing in other states. He's starting them up there too.
Wow.
But so he hired Ray Hall and I to go do photography work for that. And,
Okay.
we had a blast. But then COVID happened, so we couldn't travel. We couldn't do any of this. We couldn't do nothing. It was just like stay home and
and collect on unemployment if you want to. If you just want to. A lot of people did that.
Yeah, my wife, she's very very wise in that way. So I would just go to the PO box once or twice a week and collect a check. And,
Mailbox money.
Yep. It was insane. It was a crazy time.
It was.
So I remember when I first, I remember going to the P.O. box and collecting like 4 or 5 checks at one time.
Is it
And then
because
just
you hadn't checked it in a few weeks?
Yeah. And it was backed up because
Yes.
we didn't know about the program.
Yeah.
And so we're like, oh, let's get those weeks. And
Yep.
all of a sudden, okay. But yeah, that was a really interesting time because during that time too, I was kind of burnt out and going through like a midlife.
Oh, so I mean, maybe I always try to take a good lesson from bad experiences, but maybe that was a reset moment for you.
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
100%.
Because you were already kind of getting burned out on what you were doing.
Yeah.
And it was a forced pause.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was also becoming wiser.
It does happen to us.
So
yes, like I was joking earlier that some men never evolve, but some of us do evolve.
Yeah.
And gain perspective.
In that time, I would say I evolved too much. If that makes sense.
Please unpack that.
So, I at some point I just started going down, the whole computer rabbit hole, conspiracies.
Okay.
And I was a little bitter too because I was like, there comes times in your relationship where things get hard.
Mm-hmm.
And our kid was unhappy.
Okay.
Susie was unhappy. I was unhappy. We're like, we both own our own businesses.
Yep.
We have a wonderful house. We have everything we could ever need, and yet we're not happy.
Almost losing sight of what's important. Is that what was happening?
Exactly. Or just confused because we believed a certain dogma.
Yeah. That
if you go and you work and you do this and you do that, people around you, your kids will watch you and follow you and inspire to do that.
Yeah.
But really the opposite happens. You spend so much time doing those things that you're never there for anybody.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And so you get this disconnection. There's no longer a connection with the family. It's like everybody is just going off, and then when one isn't doing well, then you kind of look at it and you say, like, what's your problem? What are you doing?
Without empathy.
Exactly.
Oh,
because you're like, you should be able to do this and do that, and it's like, well, it's a choice. The old dogma of you choose to do that, so now that's why
you're responsible for your current condition.
Yeah. And it just kind of I started reading books. I started doing instead of doing conspiracy videos, I would do,
thank God,
I would do videos on mental health, psychology.
Oh, so were you did you start a YouTube channel? Were you publishing stuff?
No, I was just more watching, learning, trying to understand what's going on, and this one doctor, Gabor Mate, is an amazing guy. He just wrote a book. It's called The Myth of Normal.
I like the title already.
The Myth of Normal: Trauma, Illness, and Healing in a Toxic Culture.
Kind of sums up where we're at.
Yes, exactly. So, and I'll never forget the analogy that he used with children, and he's like, imagine you're growing a fruit tree in your backyard, and it's a little tiny tree.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the leaves start falling off, and it's not producing any fruit. It's not living the way it should live. It's not doing the best it can do.
Yeah.
And he's like, in our culture, we go out and we yell at it. Why aren't you doing what you're supposed to do?
Yeah.
Why aren't you producing the fruit that you need to produce? Why are your leaves all falling out? Instead of looking at it and say something's missing.
Yes.
Like, I just need to move it. Maybe it needs more sunlight. Maybe it needs more water.
Yes.
Maybe it needs this. Whatever, you move it. Well, a kid, when children act out, they act out because they're frustrated. They don't have the words to communicate what it is that they need.
And their frontal lobe's not developed to be able to process what's happening to them.
Exactly.
They don't know why they feel the way they feel.
Exactly. And then so instead of us looking at the child and say, there's something missing in this child's life, and a lot of that has to do with what he states is like kids need calm, attuned, non-stressed, connected
Yep.
adult in their life.
Yeah.
An adult that could, if a kid is freaking out, crying and panicking and doing whatever, and just hold it
Yeah.
without reacting to it,
Yes.
and just hold it and just say,
You're safe.
yeah, what are you feeling right now? Are you sad? Are you frustrated? Oh yeah, I get you're frustrated. That must be really hard. So we teach them we teach them that their emotions are good
Right.
and they're healthy.
Yes.
You should be angry. You should be upset. You should be sad. But here's how you work through it, and you're going to be okay.
Oh. Yeah, so it's normal and okay to have these feelings, but let's see what we do with it.
Yes, because a lot of time, and I'll say right off the bat, I am far from perfect. Like
Yeah, none of us are, right?
Yeah,
we went to Canby High School, for God's sakes.
Yeah, I can give the greatest advice, and I could like say you should try this and try that, and I'll be back home and pour a glass of whiskey and sit there and veg on TV for 3 or 4 hours.
Do the most unhealthy mental thing you could do.
Exactly. It's really, really hard, but it makes sense though. It's like you look at the state of our world right now, where like I would say it's a really high percentage of parents who are stressed out.
Yeah.
And when their kids react, it triggers something in them, and then they react.
Yeah,
in a negative way.
It's a trigger from their past trauma.
Exactly.
That's coming out. It doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the kid.
Exactly. Yes. So, as a parent, for me, to understand that, okay, so something's missing. So, instead of me reacting, becoming angry, becoming frustrated, becoming fearful, looking around to say, where's the magic pill that's going to save these kids?
Unfortunately, that's the solution too often.
Right.
But go ahead.
So I started thinking about, okay, I need to work on me. I need to work on me so that when this situation happens, I can be calm.
And you can handle it better.
And I can handle
it. You can't. So you're not making it worse because you're not.
Right.
You're not allowing your own issues.
Yeah. So now I could be the calm, connected.
Because that's what they're looking for. Stability.
Yes. And kids are the greatest teachers that we'll ever have because they come from a state of authenticity.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are here to show us, hold up, you guys are nuts. What's happening here?
And if you catch them early enough, they haven't had time in this world to gain the biases.
Mm-hmm.
And they haven't been conditioned, and they're not jaded like adults are. They see the world as it is.
Yeah. Without
they don't have filters that happen. The longer you live, and the life experiences that happen to you are going to give you filters in the way you perceive anything. But
sure.
If you catch them young enough, you're right. Kids are just like, they don't know that I'm supposed to not freak out in the middle of the aisle at the grocery store. I'm having a meltdown right now. They don't know that that's inappropriate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
So they're being authentic.
Yeah. And they, we as parents, we have all these books that say to sleep train your kid.
I haven't heard that one. What does that mean?
Like you put a child in the crib and you let it cry
itself to sleep.
Yes. Where like that you're teaching the kid that this world is scary and you're on your own.
You better learn how to self-soothe.
Yeah.
Because there ain't no help out there for you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or if a kid is acting out in a way that you don't like, you put it alone and you put them in timeout.
God, put them in a corner,
Yes.
time out, go to your room.
So now they're not able to express their actual feelings. And then when they do, we're making them feel like it's wrong and they're a bad person.
Yeah.
So now they develop this book that I read. It's called No Bad Parts. And so the child now develops these protectors. And
Dude, I won't finish, but I've been in therapy for 10 years, and I have two therapists. One of them, named Robert, who I've been seeing for like 3 or 4 years, he does this specific parts work. I've been doing
nice.
all this part, on exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So go ahead. Oh my God.
Yeah, so they develop these parts, these protectors,
Yes.
and they become what the environment lets them become.
Yeah.
And they have these emotions and these characters that come into play when certain feelings and things happen.
Yes.
And I've been trying to get to know mine too.
Oh,
and it's
God.
been fascinating.
It's amazing.
It is amazing.
And I like to qualify when I try to explain. I'm gonna give a shout out to Pune Gray. She is somebody you'd be interested in her story, but she was on my podcast a while ago. Anyway, she has a psychology background, but it was funny. I told her how long I was in therapy for, and she was like, "Gosh, it's 10 years." But then I went in. Sorry, Pune, you're awesome. That was a funny joke, but the point of it was, I was trying to explain the parts work that I do with Robert to her, and I just wasn't, because I'd had a couple of beers and I wasn't cohesive about it. But because it sounds like, wow, you have parts and you give them names, and this is my protector, and this is my comforter, and this is this character, and like, we're not schizophrenic. It's an exercise in, if you look at your triggers and your emotions, if you can give them their own identity and talk to it, literally talk to it, it helps. It literally helps you to look at it as its own persona.
Yeah.
Then you can be objective as you're talking to it, because you're really talking to yourself, but you're having to acknowledge that you have some flaws.
Yes. Yeah. 100%.
So it helps to give it its own identity. Intellectually, I know that I'm talking to myself. It's me.
Yeah.
But it's just an exercise, and it's a way to handle it and go through it.
Yeah.
But
I got a great example of the one that I do, and I tell this to so after COVID, I've been coaching soccer in Canby for probably about 35 years now. And
wow, okay.
Yeah, and I coach currently in the high school, the soccer
that's right,
program
because
there.
you played soccer.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, even though you had the leather jacket in high school, you played soccer. Yeah.
So after the whole COVID thing went through, I wanted to keep coaching at the high school because a good friend of mine, Alex Friccioni and Ben Weiniger, we've been coaching for a long time together and play indoor soccer together. And Fricks got me to come back and help with the boys program. And I was like, I would love to keep working with kids, but I'm at the point now where I need to get a job.
Right.
And because the COVID's done.
Yes.
I need to start working. And so I asked a buddy of mine, Weiniger, who's I think he's an associate principal back then. Maybe he was just getting into that role. But
at the high school?
Yeah, at the high school.
Okay.
Yeah. So he said, he goes, I got the perfect job for you. And I was like, well, what is it? And he goes, you're gonna laugh.
I love the setup.
But it's not what you think it is. And I was like, okay, well, what is it? And he goes, I want you to become our campus security.
Okay.
And I was like, campus security? And
Paul Blart, Mall Cop.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is. And I was like, what am I supposed to do? And he was like, well, you work with kids about restorative justice. He goes, but mainly I would just want you to walk around and make kids feel welcome.
And this Weiniger?
Yeah.
He's known you for a while.
Yes.
So he literally identified you. He knew you well enough to know that this would be, wow, this is right up your alley. Like, you'll be good at this.
Yes. Yeah.
But you had no idea what it was, but he was like, this guy could be effective in this position.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it has to do with the coaching that I did when working with kids.
Yep.
And the kind of relationship that I build with them and the success that we have and stuff like that. So anyway, so this, back to the parts, I share this with kids at the high school.
Yeah.
And it's about understanding our emotions and our feelings. But I have a dog, a German Shepherd named Chica, and I started reading the book No Bad Parts, and so then Chica, she's in the backyard, and we have this fence line, and there's another dog over there, and she just starts to go crazy.
Okay.
And then so she's out there barking.
Your dog is?
Yes.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, I feel this tension in my chest.
Right. That's usually where mine hits.
Yeah, and then just like this anger, and then I was like, oh, I see you, and so I named it G. I was like, I see you, G. So normally I'd go out there and I was like, I'd be yelling,
yelling at the dog.
Get back in here, just so now I'm barking, the dog's barking, it's kind of chaos.
Everything's escalating.
Yes, yes. So in this book, and you're right, to people who don't understand this, it does sound crazy because now I've named it, now I feel it, and then it says to make an imaginary room in your head with a chair and a window, and it says tell it to go sit in that room.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, that sounds pretty crazy. That's crazy. So next time dog barks, I feel it. Oh, gee, I see you. I sit in that room.
Yeah.
Wait there. I'll be right back. And then I just calm down.
Right, it works.
I walk outside, and then I just kind of snap my fingers.
Yeah.
Hey, Chica, come on.
Yeah, in a nice voice.
Or just kind of tap on the window.
We're good. Come on,
Yep.
Chica.
And then open the door, lay down, Chica.
Yeah.
And then it's like two totally different personalities, two totally different.
But it was
parts.
also two totally different outcomes for how that situation could have went.
Yes. 100%.
And obviously we know which one's better.
Exactly. So it's fascinating to see that there's so much that we don't know.
Yeah.
And you look at our government and our resources, and you start to wonder, like, we could be doing a hell of a lot better than
Yes, we could. Oh my God, yes, we could.
Yeah. So, and working at a high school where you get to see,
you're seeing the formative years of the next generation.
exactly, and you see the staff. You see staff members have rough lives too. Bad things happen in their world.
Yeah.
And then you stick a classroom and you say, oh, we're going to have some budget cuts. So our classrooms are going to grow.
Now they're going up to 35 or 40
right.
instead of 20.
Yeah. So now you have 30 to 40 students in a classroom who a majority of their parents are stressed.
Yeah.
And they're unable to understand and work through their emotions, and a lot of them, have these ADD, ADHD, attention, all these attention deficit disorders. They can't sit still. They can't. So they're getting in trouble. They're but what fascinates me is the kids are really amazing.
Yeah.
Like, you can it's just how you approach them.
Yeah, if you approach them like you actually give a shit,
they're receptive. If I approach him with G in charge coming in,
yeah.
If I use that energy,
yeah.
and I try to communicate with them like that, they're gonna laugh.
Yeah.
They're gonna see that they just poked a button.
Yes.
And then they're gonna have zero respect for me.
Yep.
But if I come in calm, and I was just like, you're amazing. You're a great kid.
Yeah.
Something's missing here. Talk to me. What do we got going on here?
Wow.
Yeah, and it's totally different.
So you got this position 2022, 2023?
I think around 20. I think this is my 4th or 5th year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is just randomly not off topic, but like, are any of our teachers still there? Like, Dennis Burke retired, didn't he?
Yeah, he retired. He went to Wilsonville.
Okay.
And became athletic director there for a while, but yeah, he retired. He still comes at the end of the year. He'll come,
good.
and I saw him last year. A great guy. He's the one that hired me.
Dennis did?
Hired me for a soccer coach when I was coaching.
Okay.
Back in the day. Mr. Millbrook.
Yes.
He was there.
Tom.
Yep. He was
still there.
He was still there.
Was he still coaching cross country and track?
Yep. And he was a PE teacher and still ornery as ever.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, randomly, Mr. Nugent, is he still in the district? Dan Nugent, he was a wrestling coach when we were there.
Yeah. I'm not too sure.
Because I had his daughter-in-law, Trisha. God, she was on my podcast last year, and she's actually married to his son. I had no idea. So
wow.
Trisha's not. She's younger than us, but
Yeah.
randomly I went to her house and did the podcast, and I figured out, holy shit, you're married, because I was there with Dan Nugent. He was teaching driver's ed when I was there, and the wrestling coach, or when we were there.
Yeah.
So yeah, gosh, but I'm assuming most of the teachers that we had there are gone or retired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
I always loved Dennis Burke. He was cool as fuck. I played football, so I knew him
Yeah.
that way, but also his sociology class or social studies classes.
Well, he's a great example of that calm demeanor.
He always had that,
Yeah.
even as a football coach, which a lot of coaches in any sport, whether it's soccer or basketball, they're just that alpha personality, scream and yell. But Dennis, he was always friggin' cool as shit and just chill, and he would mess with you sometimes, but good energy.
Yeah, he had great energy. Yeah.
I'm glad. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I'm glad that everybody else recognizes that.
Yeah. He was. I liked him a lot. Yeah, he was good.
So, what are you seeing in the 4 years you've been there? A lot, and actually, this is interesting because a lot has. And I told you, my girlfriend Krista, middle school counselor. I hear her talk about stuff. The pandemic messed with these kids.
100%.
Bad.
100%.
Are we coming through it on the other side? Kind of.
Yeah. When I first started, you would have kids that were so anxious that if the class had already started, they would not want to walk through that door because everybody was looking at them and they couldn't handle that much attention
This
drawn
has
to
to
them.
be an effect.
Some isolation.
Oh, I see where you're going with that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
Yes, because when they actually got to go back to class,
Yeah.
because for I don't know how long it lasted. A year, I guess. That first year, 2020, all the virtual online. The teachers would be at home and they would have to get their class online.
Online, yeah.
And the students are supposed to show up, and
Yeah.
so when they finally got to go back to school,
Yeah.
they're like,
Yeah, but granted though, that's an assumption on my part, but the amount of stress that families went through, and the kids are in that very sensitive stage of they feel it. They don't understand it, but they feel it, and so they're they show us when our community, in our home, our little tribe isn't functioning correctly. They're the ones that are going to show us in their instability, their depression, their anxiety, their discomfort, and their all of that. And so when I first started, there was just a lot of kids who were just lost, very insecure, very lost. There was a lot more fights back then,
I bet.
with the girls and guys, and this last year, our fights have went to almost none. We had maybe one or two, but that weren't actually really fights, but they were just they're starting to figure that out. You know, they which has been amazing to see. It's been really, really amazing to see. On the flip side of that, though, I've got some friends that work in the Baker Prairie, the middle school area.
Okay.
And they say it's a nightmare. The amount of disrespect that kids have for adults.
And it's because they were in primary during the pandemic. Now they're in middle school.
Yeah.
So you're seeing the effect of that.
Maybe, or just another good book. It's called Hold On to Your Kids. I think Gordon Neufeld wrote it, and Gabor Mate. Hold On to Your Kids. Why parents need to matter more than peers.
Yeah.
And the way they describe it is, the parents are stressed, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to do their best to maintain house, the food, the
A lot of pressure on them.
clothing, the all this, and
Yeah.
work and manage and juggle all
Keep
this.
the lights on, food on the table.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Going through old trauma, trying to figure that out, and then they have these kids, and then when the kids aren't acting the way they want them to or doing what they do, you lay down the law.
Yeah.
You do this, you do that. So now the relationship between the child, especially in middle school, teen years, and the parents has been broken.
Yeah.
And so now you have kids raising kids.
Yeah.
And,
Yes.
and there's no longer that parent calm role model,
Sense of security.
where the child looks at the parent and says, man, you're like a king,
Yeah.
and I want to be like you.
Yes.
I want to be in your presence.
Yeah.
I want to hang out with you.
Yeah.
And when you don't have that, and you've got they said, this one kid says, like, you have a bunch of kids who are kind of not doing well with their parents, and then at school they get together, and then now you have a gang.
Yeah.
And the gang has its own little hierarchies.
Yeah.
And if you have one that's in that hierarchy position that is disrespectful, is rude, and then they all follow.
They're taking their lead from that.
Yes.
And that's obviously not the influence we want.
Yes, exactly.
Dude.
Yeah. So I love that book, The Myth of Normal.
Because there is no normal.
Right. And it also, we're all trying to do our best to heal, and with our illnesses and our depressions.
Yes.
And it's like, but our world is toxic, and it's
getting worse.
And it's really hard to do that.
And is it how much I mean, God, we sound like the old men screaming at the clouds, but the it's the advent of social media that has such an effect, I believe, because it's advancing faster than the human brain can evolve to handle it.
Yeah.
Is kind of what I think is going on. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously it's not going away.
No.
But and I'm not breaking any new ground here, but I mean, so many times I see I'll go out to public, a winery or dinner, or whatever, with my girlfriend, and we're sitting at a table. We're actually doing this, and I will look around at so many tables and see couples staring at, they're not even looking at each other.
Yeah.
They're staring at their phone. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Why didn't you just stay home?
Yeah.
You're spending, $75, $100 for dinner and drinks, and out here, and you're just looking at your phone.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing is that if that can happen to an adult, and then you expect a kid before their brain's fully developed to just get introduced to this,
Horrible.
it's going to totally change how they develop.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not the one that I do believe that they should not be allowed in the classroom.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also not going to go to the extreme and say, oh, just don't let them have a phone, because that's just going to piss them off. There has to be a balance in here. There has to be a healthy way to manage this.
Yeah. It's the high school that I work at, they passed. I think the whole state did, right? No phones during school hours.
Was that I didn't know if that was a district by district
Yeah.
thing, or maybe the whole state.
I think the whole state went through it. Don't
At least
quote
for
me on
public
that, but
schools.
yeah. So as soon as the first bell rings, all phones need to be in backpacks,
Okay.
and then you can't use them again unless you're off campus during lunch
Okay.
or at the end of school.
Okay.
And the first few years when that rule wasn't in place, I would walk down the halls and you would just see all these kids with their phones.
Zombies.
Yeah, and they're all
walking.
just kind of walking out.
Yes.
And I tell you what, it has been so nice to have kids talking to each other,
Actually engaging in real life.
making eye contact, giving high fives, saying
Yeah.
great to see you, and just the change.
So it's helping.
It's helping. It's big time, 100%.
Oh, that
And-
makes me happy.
And to educate them in the right way. I tell the kids, I go, do you know what that is? And they're like, no, it's a phone. I was like, no, it's called a weapon of mass distraction.
Yes, it is.
It's sucking your life. When you can't be present.
Yeah.
And because being present is a sweet spot, because that's where you can make connections, you can be creative, you can manifest, you can create and do all these wonderful things. All your senses, smell, touch, taste, and just kind of be there and just enjoy who you are as a human. And like, what am I gonna do today? And what am I gonna create today? Let's call the boys. Let's play some music.
Yeah.
Let's do, let's make something happen.
Yeah.
But when you're not there, and then you pick this up.
Swipe left.
Yep.
Swipe left.
Yep. And I have a little hourglass in my office, and so I'll flip it and I say, you got one life. And you can't get it back.
You can't flip it back over.
You can't flip it back over. Your time is your most valuable asset. Your time is everything. How you spend it matters. And if that is going, and you're sitting there just flipping, you're being distracted.
And you haven't accomplished anything.
Right. God. And it's the most brilliant, disgusting tool ever created.
Yes.
Like, I have this it's the triangle of, I use it a lot when I coach soccer, when I work with my high school teams. And it's I know they have a name for it, but I can't, maybe you know. But it's a triangle, and it's like think, feel, act.
Oh, I've seen it, but I don't know the name.
Yeah. So what you think creates how you feel.
Yep.
How you feel creates how you act, and how you act creates how you think. So if you're on this phone and you're watching news or something, and it projects something negative, and now you're going to think it. Now you're going to feel it, and now you're going to act like it.
Yeah, and I don't want to get in the weeds on that, but it's orchestrated.
It's
being orchestrated to feed us shit. And obviously, there's an algorithm there, which is a perfect example of this. Our gosh damn phones are listening to us all the time because this randomly happened, and I will catch myself and I scrolling through the reels, and then I look over and 30 minutes have gone by, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
Totally.
But also, like, this band I just heard of called Senses, I kept getting clips of this song called Tiptoeing, and they were like, oh, this is going to be the song of the summer, and they kept feeding it to me, and I kept swiping through it for like a month. I was like, I'd never heard of this band.
Yeah.
But finally I stopped, listened to the whole clip, which was like 30-second song, and I was like, gosh damn, this is actually a rocking song. So I went on YouTube, found some the whole song, found some live performances from the band. It's like, and then it hit me. Oh my God, I'm a huge Pink, Avril Lavigne, Michelle Branch, Orianthi. I love a lot of their music. It was feeding me that because they sound like Senses, the band sounds like that kind of music, and then I did an experiment just last week in the tire shop. We have a sound system. I go, hey guys, just curious, I'm going to play this song. Has this popped up in any of your reels or your news feeds? And that nobody had heard it before.
Yeah.
It was tailored to me.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you need to stop listening to the internet. The internet is watching.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
And I had the thought too when you were talking about picking up the phone and looking at it. It's almost like we're putting ourselves in the matrix instead of being out in real life.
Yeah.
Like we're choosing to put ourselves in the matrix every time we focus on this instead of engaging with humans.
Yeah, it's a quote that I love. It's with our minds we can create our world, but if you're not careful, the world will create your mind.
Absolutely.
So
that's totally what's happening.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and it's like, I mean, once you see it, like, I remember going down the whole conspiracy just roll, and just the way I felt, the way
some conspiracies are true.
Absolutely. 100%.
Some of them are crazy, but some are actually true.
100%. Yeah. 100%. And you see, once you kind of figure out, okay, you create a problem to create a reaction, so you can provide a solution.
Yes.
So everything that we're seeing, it's like we're conscious, we're consciousness, right? And it's about how do you get a lot of people to consciously agree that this problem, and it creates a reaction, and then all of a sudden somebody is going to say, well, I've got the solution for you. So here it is. So you can spend your time in your day seeing that, worrying about, getting caught up in it and reacting to it, or you can say, okay, I have a purpose here.
Yep.
Fix me, become calm, work with kids.
Yeah.
Work with adults, work with people.
Make an impact.
Make an impact.
Yep.
Slowly it'll spread. Slowly people will. But if you try to like point your finger and blame and do all this and try to figure out and prove that this is this and that's this or whatever, you've now become it.
Yeah.
You've now consciously, you've made it a real thing now.
And what you were saying about if you manufacture an issue, you're creating demand because you have the solution.
Yeah.
But you're creating a problem that didn't exist. But I'm going to create a problem so that people need a solution. And oh, by the way, I happen to have the solution, and I can sell it to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
God.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know if you looked at. I think I started following you on Facebook or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But during that hard time and stuff, I would, especially COVID, I would go on hikes and connect with nature.
Dude, it's the best thing ever.
Yeah, and I learned how to stack rocks and make these rocks like balance. Like,
yes,
it was mind blowing, and just the breathing, the energy that you can feel from the water and the earth, and
dude, just being in nature.
Yes, and then you create something that, with your eyes, it looks completely impossible.
Yeah.
But you can feel it, and you can create it, and you manifest it, and then when I went up to the mountain, I would be
yeah.
But when I came down off the mountain,
exhale.
Yeah, I would just be totally chill.
Dude, the outdoors. Yeah, my girlfriend Chris is an avid hiker. She backpack camps, avid hiker. I mean, so she's gotten me. It's been amazing. We always try to go out and do hikes in the gorge, and there's just nothing. I don't have earbuds in. I'm not listening to a podcast or music. I'm just out in nature.
Yeah.
And I always feel better after I come back.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Oh God, it's freaking amazing.
The world is amazing. The world is beautiful. People are amazing. People are beautiful.
They are.
But we just gotta be careful. We gotta be careful with what people are trying to sell as the problem.
Yeah.
So that they can cause.
It's a manufactured problem.
So they can cause a mass reaction. So that they can provide a solution, and then consciously, until we learn that when we react to it, we make it real.
Yeah.
But if if we cannot,
if we don't take the bait,
yes,
then it just goes away.
It's got to go away.
And that is, I had just had this episode or this interaction happen last night, but it's happened a lot since I started playing guitar.
Excuse me.
So what I've, you know the term busking.
Mm-mm.
Oh, so that's so funny. Okay, I learned it from my friend Sparrow. Busking is where you go out to the Vancouver waterfront with your guitar, put your case open, and just start playing.
Oh, okay.
Just go out in public, unannounced, in a public place, and just it's called busking. I'd never heard the term before either. And ostensibly, a lot of artists will do it, for tips.
Okay.
But you can also just go out there and like, hey, I just want to play some music for the random people walking by.
Yeah.
So I've actually gotten into a thing where there's several tap rooms, breweries, wineries. There's public locations in the Vancouver area that don't care. On a nice sunny day like this, I will, and I'm not obnoxious about it, like I will set out on their outdoor seating and I'll purposely post up away from other customers because I'm not trying to force this on them, but I will just bring my guitar, sit there, have a beer, and I'll just start playing.
Yeah.
And I've made so many random connections. I've had other musicians like, oh, dude, what's up? And I'll like, and here's my line that I use every time. I'm like, here, you should play. I love it when people make my guitar sound better than I do. So I literally, and I've taken video of it. Random people just come by, and we'll sit there and I meet somebody, and we exchange phone numbers, and they're a musician too, and they do this. And even just last night, I was out in front of Taps Growler House in Vancouver, playing, and this kid just walked by. There's a pizza place right next to it. He picked up a pizza, and he went in to get it, and I was playing, I think, a Foo Fighter song. And when he came back out, he actually just unsolicited stopped and said, "Hey, dude, I really like your voice. I like hearing you play. That's cool you're doing this." It's so much positive feedback.
Yeah.
Because amazing. Again, I'm not bringing a PA. I'm not announcing it with a poster or a sandwich sidewalk sign or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just there doing it, and it's engaging.
Yeah.
But it's like real world interactions, and I've met so many good people. I've had nothing but positive reactions. I've never had somebody go, "What the fuck are you doing, dude?"
Right. Yeah. There's so many wonderful people in this world. Yeah.
Yes.
You just don't see them on the headlines all the time.
And that's because the headlines are all trying to get us to react.
Yeah.
So negative shit sells more than positive shit.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
Exactly. Yeah.
But my shout out again to Sparrow. Her mantra is love and connection through music. That's what she calls it, because she just likes to go out and play for people, and it brings people together. It's something you're doing in real time. You're not on your phone.
Yeah.
It's real world interaction. So that's why music's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Might save the planet.
Oh, yeah. It will. Yeah.
Gosh. I'm gonna check the runtime, but there's no reason we have to stop.
All right.
Gosh damn, dude, this is going way better than I imagined. Oh, we're fine. It's only a little over an hour.
All right.
But no, this is exactly what Darin said. He was like, Tony's gonna have a lot to say, but we're relating on so many friggin' things I never would have expected. Of course, how would I know? It's been 36 years since I saw you.
Yeah.
But I just love your insights, and you're in a unique position working in the schools. Wow. So it's been a rewarding job now.
100%. Yeah. I tell the kids, the soccer kids, started with my soccer kids. I'm raising young kings.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are all going to be kings, and here's how you're going to do it. And then I just share the different, I teach them, like, our first few practices are just classroom sessions. I do the think, feel, act, pay attention.
This is for soccer.
Yeah. Pay attention.
You're introducing this for the soccer team.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes. So I'm like, if you think you're going to have a bad game, you're going to feel like you're going to have you're going to act like you're having a bad game. And if you're not going to be present, then, it's going to go, that's the way it's going to go.
Right.
But if you show up and you think you're amazing, you're going to feel amazing, you're going to play amazing.
So you're almost doing the whole, which it's become a thing now, but the sports psychology thing.
Yes.
You're starting with that foundation.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's, I just teach them about, like, reacting and your emotions, and like why do people fight? Why do you do this? It's like the 4 agreements you gotta,
Yes. Yeah.
Never take anything personally. Never make assumptions.
Do your best every day.
Do your best and be impeccable with your word.
Yes.
And the hardest one was not taking things personally.
Yeah, it is.
Especially for teenage kids. But if you slowly kind of teach that, like, there's so much, she said this and that, and he said blah blah blah, and it's like, you don't take it personally. It's not you. They're going through something.
Mm-hmm.
They're having a hard time. They're doing this and whatever. And then if you react to it, you're now their puppet, because now you're not the same person you were. But when they came and they spat some words out to you, it changed you.
Yeah.
Now they're your master. I was like, you want to give them that power, or do you want to be a king?
That's a good way to look at it.
And say, wow, that person must be really going through a hard time right now. Must be going through a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to react, because I'm a king.
Yeah.
And I know better. I know better. So it's been, and the girls are queens.
Yes.
You got to be a queen.
Yeah.
Oh, my boyfriend, he cheated on me, and this and that. And I was like, well, you need to be a queen. As soon as you can become a queen, then you can spot the joker.
Yep.
And do you want to be with the Joker? Or do you want
Because
to
there's
be...
a lot of them out there.
Exactly, yeah. But it's been fascinating to see. I love coaching sports, but it's been fascinating to see the effects that it has with just your day-to-day kids coming into the school.
Well, and on the sports field, this just made me think of it. The WNBA in the last few years, especially with Caitlin Clark and all them, has blown up. And maybe it's that they're just feeding it to us, but it's great. I love it. But I do remember Caitlin Clark's first year in the WNBA. I would see a lot of SportsCenter highlights, and I'm like, wow, they're acting like guys. Like all I see is clips of the female basketball players, getting in each other's face and talking shit and hard fouls.
Yeah.
And they're doing, Instagram posts and talking shit, and I'm just like, no, God, this is why I wanted the WNBA to succeed, because you're literally turning into how the fucking NBA players act, and it's all about, I'm gonna posterize your shit with a dunk, and I'm gonna in your face, and I'm like, women, you're supposed to be more evolved than us,
right.
And now you're turning into just like guys are. I mean, does that make sense?
100%. Yeah.
And it's being celebrated.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on, ladies, you're better than this.
Yeah.
Again, old man screaming at the cloud. Back in my day, we had a respect for the game.
Exactly. But it's like I think you said it earlier, something like that sells.
It does.
That kind of stuff, that kind of mentality.
Well, at least it sells now that we have the 1 hour news cycle instead of even 24 hours. So it's like instant gratification.
Yeah.
Every hour there's you're getting your information in 1 to 3 minute bits.
Yeah.
And then it's just on to the next thing.
Yeah.
It has to be the most outrageous.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark can take a hard foul and start talking shit to people, but again, not probably 70% of it's manufactured, where they take little video clips and sound bites, mash them together to make it turn into something that absolutely was not what was real.
Oh yeah, that's totally doable.
God.
Yeah, but it's hard. Like when you live in a toxic world and you're a kid and you're trying to compete, you're gonna some of your parts are gonna be really big assholes.
Yeah, I actually had this. And you played soccer, you didn't play football, but you remember sporting events when we were in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I just last fall, so fall of 2025, went to a Battleground high school football game, and I hadn't been to a high school football game for 2 decades. I walked into that and I was like, oh my God. I felt like I was at a college atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
There were pop-up canopies with selling products and swag, and I was just walking around the stadium going, it was not like this when we were in high school.
Yeah.
It's the monetization of youth sports.
Yeah.
Now it's become a business.
Yeah. Blow-up tunnel with smoke machine and lights, and
I was like, what the fuck? I feel like I'm at an Oregon State Beaver game.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like that? It can be too.
Yeah, a little bit. They got a big tunnel, and they got it can be. It's Friday night football. Like that's the thing. You got everybody's gonna be there.
It just seems like it's becoming. High school age athletes, are getting agents. I'm like, guys, can we just play the game? And
I mean, I don't know what to say. I get a great deal of joy and of just seeing how the kids can transform with confidence.
So I guess where I was going with that was, this is from the outsider now perspective of it. When it comes down to the actual kids that are playing the game, is it still like it was when they still have a passion for it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're enjoying
absolutely.
the game. There's still life lessons to learn.
The boys, I used to coach the girls, 2006, in that era, and the boys, I coached the boys the last 4 or 5 years. They live and breathe soccer. Like, they are out after school, they're playing it, they're talking, they're watching it.
It's a year-round thing.
Yeah, and then so I started futsal in the gym after schools on Wednesdays, and they they show up, they play. We're playing indoor. They're doing that. They just live and breathe it. They love it. Do you have kids that get burnt out? Yes.
Yeah.
100%. But I think a lot of that has to do with the environment, right? So like, if the kid is the tree, and the kid is getting burnt out, like we've got to look at the environment and help the kid work through that kind of stuff.
There might need to be an adjustment.
Yes.
Whether it's moving it slightly, watering, fertilizer, whatever.
Yeah. What's missing, and usually it's parents. I'm gonna be honest.
No, of course it is. Of course it is.
Yeah. So, and the parents as well. I remember my last year at the high school with the girls varsity program. It was horrible because I had a couple parents that entitled.
Yeah.
My daughter is the greatest.
Why is she playing more?
Why is she playing?
Oh, my God.
And I took that so personally. I took it like
it wasn't. It shouldn't. But
yeah, but I was just like, this is awful. I hate this. What is it? It's got to be me. And then I went and found a therapist and kind of told her what I was going through and what the problem was, and she's like, you need to read this book. And it's called The 4 Agreements.
Oh, right, that one.
Yeah. So I read it, and I was like, oh my God.
Epiphany.
Yes, this is everything. This is great. I love this. And so now it's so much easier to communicate with parents. It's because I understand.
And you're not taking it personal.
I'm not taking it personal. I have empathy. I have compassion.
Yep.
I'm impeccable with my word.
Yes.
I'm being honest. I'm, not making assumptions, and I'm very clear of what I'm trying to do and what my end goal is. And it's just.
And
every
every interaction you can have, whether it's with friends, family, coworkers, parents when it comes to your job, if you can remember, stay calm, don't take it personal. Word choice, impeccable with your words makes so much sense. You have to let people want to feel like they're being heard. You have to let them, even if in your head, like, this person is way off base, they're totally out, they're not right, but they want to be validated.
Yeah.
And it always has a better result if you can just show them respect, let them feel like they're being heard, not judging them. And sometimes if you do that and actually listen to them, you might learn stuff. You might learn that, I had a different take on that. I misunderstood that.
Yeah.
Now I realize what you were saying or why your reaction was that way. You're asking for clarification.
Yeah.
You're not judging, and you let people have their speak their words and express themselves.
Yeah.
And again, don't let your parts come out and don't let your protector show up when he doesn't need to.
Yeah. And it's amazing when you can just like understand that you're never going to see what they see, and they're never going to see what you see. I love this it's a picture, and it's like if there's a paper right here, and I drew a 6. Okay.
Oh, I see a 9.
I see a 6.
Yes.
I was like, what do you mean you see a 9? That's a 6.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Our perspectives and where we're at and what we've been through is going to be totally different.
And two people's experience of the exact same situation can be 180 degrees apart.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, if you want to argue and do all that, we're going to get to know each other's parts real well.
Yes. But you can also debate. This is a mantra too, because I'm also a very analytical, kind of science-based person. I love being proved wrong. That's how I grow and evolve. Please, I have some very strong-held beliefs, but I'm always open to new information and a different perspective, because if I want to constantly be evolving. And my favorite thing ever is to be proven wrong, because that means I'm a better person. I just learned something.
Yeah.
But again, I'm an Aries, so I can be stubborn.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I'm right about everything until I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't know, it's like it's a good space to be in where it's nobody's fault.
And And most things probably aren't.
Yeah. So
right?
like I don't blame the kids. I don't blame my parents. I don't blame, like, that's where you get in trouble. Like, if only I had better parents, or if only if I had this, or if only I, it's, you know what, we as humans, we really do the best that we can with what we have.
Yeah.
And it's finding the strength to understand that. Like, I love it. It's called the waterfall of trauma.
I haven't heard this one.
It's so, like, if you imagine there's me, and then there's my parents,
Yeah.
and then there's my parents' parents,
Yep.
and then there's their parents' parents, and all of those. It goes all the way up.
You're talking about generational trauma.
Yeah. So
Okay.
then you have, like, the triangle: think, feel, act.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have this bar: the past, the now, and the future.
Yep.
And then if that bar gets stuck in the past, where you're constantly thinking, feeling, and acting about things that happened to you,
Yeah.
and you can't let go of it, and then all of a sudden you grab a drink, or you smoke some of this, or you do this, and all of a sudden it takes you to the now.
Yeah. Yep.
Short term, it makes you feel good. Long term, it's got negative effects.
Absolutely.
So when you look at that, and you look at your parents, so maybe there was a divorce,
Yeah.
maybe there was a loss,
Mm-hmm.
maybe there was an addiction, maybe there was abuse,
Maybe. Yeah.
physical, emotional abuse. All of that travels through you,
Yes.
and you have no control over it. So it's about having the strength to learn about that, and to say, I need to see this. I can change this, so that I'm not living in the past,
Yeah.
and I'm not living in the future. I'm able to be present, and I'm able to enjoy my life before I get to be 80, hopefully 70, hopefully, and sit there and say, I wish I had the courage to do the things that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Because now it's
Because now it's too late.
It's too late.
Yeah. That's where the parts work comes in. Being able to observe your traumas. You have to get to the point to deal with your parts and revisit your traumas, so that they don't still. Because this is something me and Robert work on. So many embarrassing, shameful moments from my past where I did the wrong thing or didn't do the right thing. And when those thoughts randomly pop in my head, I can still have a trigger response of that tightness in my chest and embarrassment and shame. And it's like, Robert's like, look, the point of this work is to get to the place where you can observe those moments, but they don't trigger you like that anymore.
Yeah.
You've accepted the fact that, you're human, you're flawed, you made the mistakes, you're not that person anymore.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't, 20, 30 years later, it shouldn't still create a visceral response.
Yeah.
You should be able to just observe them, like, oh wow, yeah, I remember when I did that. And thank God I'm not like that anymore.
Yeah.
You need to get the goal is to get to that point.
Yeah. It's like a saying is that trauma isn't. It's not what happened to you. It's what happened inside you.
Yeah.
And this one analogy is the two arrows. So there's two bow and arrows. The first arrow is the thing that happened to you.
Okay.
Or the thing that you did. The
Right.
thing, the mistake, the whatever it was.
What created the shame?
Right. The second arrow is the most dangerous. The second arrow is optional. The second arrow is you thinking and reliving it over and over and over again.
Yes, and not having grace with yourself.
Yes. So you got to grab that.
Yeah.
And you got to say, okay, yeah, that happened, but that had nothing to do with me, and that wasn't really me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna learn from that. And then you catch that,
Break it.
and now it's
get
gone.
rid of it. Yeah.
Now you can move on.
Yeah, you're right, because I was focusing on the guilt and shame of mistakes I've made in the past, but there's also a lot of generational trauma or just trauma from your childhood that wasn't your fault, but you're still carrying it around.
100%. Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. And like I say, I know this
Intellectually. It's so easy to put into practice.
So easy, right? But still, like, it's so hard. I'll still have moments where I slip.
Yeah.
I get super depressed or get super anxious and not the friendliest guy to be around.
Yeah.
You're
grumpy to Susie and you don't even know why.
Right? Well, she gets it. She's so intelligent. Like,
yeah.
there are days where I'll have a hard week at school because I'm Pisces, so I feel everybody's energy and
You're
emotions.
an empath.
Yeah, I feel it all.
God, and then you sometimes you bring it home.
Yes. And so she's like, she'll see it and she'll just be like, "Oh, you had a rough week, huh?"
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, it was pretty tough." She goes, "All right." She goes, "Okay."
Damn.
Yeah, but she'll see it. She can feel it. She
Yeah.
can feel she's Scorpio. So
what are those traits? Is that
if you want to
fire
have
sign?
if you want to have success in business,
Yeah.
marry a Scorpio.
Perfect.
And never lie to them.
No.
Do not lie to them because
they'll find out.
They'll zap you and they'll never forgive you for it.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh, cheers to that one, dude.
Cheers to that.
Oh.
One. Yeah.
Shout out to Susie.
Yeah, she's we've learned a lot and we've grown a lot and it's been fun to be best friends and the relationship just gets better.
Yeah, I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
Gosh, damn.
It's a lot of give and take. It's a lot of. There's this one thing and it's again I can preach it, but
in practice,
boy,
sometimes
in practice
it's
super hard. This one guy, he was talking about marriage and he says we've got it all backwards. He goes, we start off wrong, and I was like, okay, you're starting off wrong, and he's like, these wedding rings, with this ring,
I thee wed.
I put my happiness in your hands.
Okay. Oh.
And with this ring,
No,
I put your
that's backwards.
right. I put my happiness in your hands. You put your happiness in my hands.
You're responsible for your own happiness.
Right.
Oh.
And the moment you drop their happiness, then you become bitter, resentful,
Yes.
angry, resentful. And so he was like, what you got to do is you need to put your own happiness in your soul. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make myself happy.
Yeah.
You don't put your happiness on me. You do whatever you need to do to make yourself happy. Fulfill yourself. Find joy, find happiness.
And I will support you in that.
Yes, and I will do the same thing.
Yeah.
And then together we can travel through this day-to-day life on this planet, and hopefully we'll still love each other and find.
So we can find our own happiness, support each other finding the happiness,
Yes.
and maybe we can complement each other, because like I might find some happiness in something you did that I didn't even know I liked,
Yeah.
and vice versa.
Yeah.
But it's also okay if something that you want to do that gives you happiness I'm not interested in, that's absolutely okay.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, my girlfriend Krista's neighbors, it's so funny, Guy and Cindy just made this, they were over at her house for a little barbecue, and Guy, I asked him the same question, because him and Cindy have been together for probably as long, they're a little older than us, so maybe 40 years, and I made the same joke. I was like, gosh damn, what's that like? What the fuck do you guys talk about every day? Like when you wake up in the morning, you look at each other and your wife says, what do you want to do? And you're like, I don't know, what do you want to do? I'll kill you. So
Yeah.
But he was like, you know what? You allow each other to evolve. You allow them to become the person they want to become, and you don't hinder that. It's okay that when you get married in your late teens, early 20s, it's okay that neither one of you are the same people in your 40s and 50s, but you have to have grace for that. You have to allow them to become the person they are going to become, and not be threatened by it.
Yeah.
And it sounds like that's what you and Susie have done.
Yeah, and I mean, you got to have, again, we're not on unicorns riding across the rainbow all the time.
Yeah, there's going to be rough times.
There's
absolutely.
Gonna be, we've got our moments, but you just feel thankful that they're there.
Yeah.
She is amazing because I've got this braid and all this, and so we wake up in the morning and she'll braid my hair.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, we'll just kind of connect and be like, so what do you got going on today? What's doing this and blah blah blah.
A check-in.
A check-in, yeah. And she'll make me a sandwich, and then she'll be like, do you got your keys? Do you got your badge? You got your glasses? You got this? You got that? And whatever. It's like,
this is the cutest thing ever. That's awesome. Seriously,
but
I love it.
yeah, but it's like gratitude, right?
Yeah.
Not resentment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, just wonderful. Just so blessed. So blessed. Yeah. But
And it took me a long time to figure that out. By the way, because all three of my ex-wives are amazing people. We just didn't work, and most of it was me not being ready for it, and also some incompatibilities. Incompatibilities, I'm going to say it right. But too much vino.
yeah.
In vino veritas.
Yeah. Yeah. She. Boy, what a patient woman that one is, Susie. Yeah.
Most women, I think, have to, because men need patience. Cause
Oh, yeah.
we're dumbasses.
Big time. Big time. Big time. Yeah. Yeah. Especially during my band time.
Yeah, so
going out to the bar,
I
I'm gonna
actually
go
wanted to
music,
get back into
I'm
the
gonna do
band
this,
thing.
and yeah.
I wanted to do a little deeper dive on that. You had at least the first child when you were doing that. Did you have the second?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Had
you're
the
doing
second
the
one.
band thing.
Doing
But
the
you're
band
also had the job at that point. Were you still at the dealership, or were you doing the video production commercial thing more?
Let's see. I was with Herbal Jones for quite a while, and then we kind of split up. We started another band. I think it was called Super Genius.
Okay. Is that a reference to the Coyote?
I don't
Wile E.
know.
Coyote?
Rick Fault, who is so talented.
You remember the Roadrunner and the Coyote cartoons?
Yeah.
There was that one scene where I could love this. The Coyote was in a shed trying to build a bomb. He had this plan to strap a bomb to the Roadrunner.
Yeah.
And as he's doing this all work and he's talking smack about himself, and as he's doing this, the Roadrunner is like jacking up the shed and moving it onto the railroad tracks and to get hit. Yeah. And the Coyote's in there going, Wile E. Coyote, super genius. And he's just loving himself. And then he looks and opens the window and the train's right there. That had to be where
Super
he got
genius.
that reference.
I don't know. But we did that, and then we did a band called Plum 28.
Okay.
The Hammer. Our lead singer, Jim Graham, he was in construction and.
Well, Plum, I know what that reference is to, like you're plumbing a line.
Yeah, Plum 28. I don't know. He said it referenced like a hammer or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we did Ill Intent with Cam Embry. Super talented dude.
Cam Embry?
Cam Embry, yeah.
Okay.
The guy was just he the front man of all frontmen.
He was made for that position.
Yeah, we would play some shows in Portland, and I'll never forget this one time. There was a band from out of state. They came in and we packed the place. It was over Burnside, back. I can't remember the name of the club, but we packed it. And there's another band playing, and he just jumped on stage and started going with them. It just started singing ad-libbing.
And he didn't know the band?
No. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was he improvising or did he know?
Improvising.
Wow.
Yeah. And he just had this.
He had a flow.
Yes. And when we'd go as a band and we'd just like sit there and create these riffs and stuff, and he'd just get up and get the mic, and then he would just connect it all. Just like that. Yeah.
He just had that gift.
He had it. Yeah. He was that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
So let's dive into this, because you were doing the music in the mid to late 90s. Were you able to see some of these big bands that came out of the Seattle area that came down to Portland to play before they blew up, or even maybe after they kind of blew up?
We as kids, we definitely watched a lot of shows at the Salem Armory, like Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Soundgarden.
And you said the Satyricon. I can never remember. The Satyricon was not it didn't. The Roseland didn't used to be the Satyricon.
No.
That's a totally different venue.
Yeah.
Where was the Satyricon?
Satyricon, it was, I believe, Roseland, and what was that, Burnside?
Yeah, Roseland is right off of Burnside and like third or fourth.
Yeah, so if you went down this way, it was a little tiny bar.
Oh, so it was like a block or two away.
Yeah, it was a famous bar.
It is.
Yeah,
I still, I know Jonathan Evanson, an author that was in that Seattle punk grunge scene in the 80s before it became, but he's friends with a lot of these guys that became famous.
Yeah.
And he talks about his band, March of Crimes, like they played shows in Portland. And everybody knows the Satyricon, but I don't think I've ever been there, and it doesn't exist anymore.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's where I would mainly videotape a lot of those shows.
And get in for the free shows.
Yeah,
because I got promotional video for you.
Yeah,
here, so.
and they had like this room upstairs, like above the crowd, and so I'd go up there.
So it wasn't as big as the Roseland?
No, it was tiny. Yeah, it was real
like
intimate.
200 people, maybe.
It was real intimate. Yeah.
But a lot of touring bands would stop there.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you guys played there too.
Oh yeah, we played there quite a bit. Yeah. Wow. Of course, granted, it would, we'd get there to be like maybe a Wednesday night, and we all had to work, and we probably wouldn't get on stage until 12:30 at night.
Oh, dude.
And all our friends would be there. When are you going on? When you're going? Oh, pretty soon we're going.
God, yes.
So it'd be super late.
Oh my God. And then you're trying to get up at 7, 8 the next morning to go to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't do that shit anymore in our 50s. We can't.
No.
Oh my God.
Great memories though. Really good memories. Yeah.
Crap, dude.
Yeah.
So what, gosh damn, that just, again, I'm still trying to picture, I think you said you had your second child, but you're also doing some touring. Did you try to stay within a couple hours drive, or did you guys ever go like to California? Or?
Oh no, we never went out.
Okay, it was a day trip. Yeah. You could always get back home at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was all
loaded up the what was the truck?
Herbal One, we called it.
No, but the truck that you used, you converted. Milk truck.
Yeah.
That's what you loaded up, and you guys. Okay, so get in the minutiae on it. You had your own PA stuff, but a lot of the clubs you would play, you could just plug into the house system.
Yeah.
And then if it was a private event or a house party, you brought your PA in. Mm-hmm. Were you just miking your guitar amp and then running it through a PA kind of a thing, or were you just using in these smaller gigs? Were you using the guitar amp as the PA?
Yeah. The only thing the PA would be used for is usually the kick drum.
Oh, okay.
The vocals
and the lead vocals.
Yeah, and then the guitars and bass and all that would kind of
just coming out of their amp.
Float with
because especially if it was a house party, it's a small venue.
Yeah, and then so when we played clubs and stuff, we'd just set our stuff up, and then the sound guy would come and just mic everything and bounce it all out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have your own stage monitors, because the 90s, I don't think in-ears existed, so you had to have stage monitors, I'm assuming.
They Satyricon and all them, they had their own sound guy with stage monitors and all that. So
okay.
Yeah, they had it.
What's that like? Because I have done the open mic thing again. If you're doing guitar, and again, I'm just interested in this stuff, so sorry I'm making you answer these questions.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
The if you're in the audience looking at the stage and you're the guitar player, did you tend to be this side or this side?
If I'm on stage,
if you're on stage looking at the crowd,
and the drummer would be back here, I would be on the right side.
Okay.
And then the bass player.
What did you want to hear in your monitor? Because they could give you probably the vocalist. Did you want to hear the bass guitar and the kick drum, or what was important for you?
No, I would run with the drummer, Chris Austin and I.
That's just, you wanted to hear.
We would a lot of this.
Okay.
A lot of this.
Got
it. A lot of. We just have that energy.
So you didn't necessarily need to have the vocal in your monitor?
No.
You needed the rhythm.
Yeah.
And then you could play the rhythm and the solos off of that, following the drummer. Because again, I think this is true. The drummer is the backbeat of the band, right?
Yeah.
You need a solid drummer. It's almost like a click track. You need that.
Yeah. Chris and I had played together for so long.
It was easy.
Yeah, we could feed off of each other for sure, and it was. He's such an amazing guy. we'd be on. I remember we'd be at Satyricon. We'd be on stage, and it would be the next show, the next song, and he's like, Tony, how does this song start again? And I'd be like, and
so
he's
he
like,
wasn't just talking about the lyrics. He was talking about what's the rhythm.
he starts it.
Right.
And how does it go again?
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then
And
I
then
said
you would
to him,
have to lean over.
yeah, I'd like go down the bum, and he'd be like, got it. And then we're off, and then we're running. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of good times.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah.
What's God? I haven't seen Chris forever, but because his family owned the body shop here in Canby.
Yep.
Is Chris still around?
Yeah, I think he still paints there, and his brother Tim, he owns it.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah, he's still around.
Is Chris still drumming?
I don't know. I think so. We jammed for a little bit, but at that time, I think I was going through I was getting into more of the acoustic stuff.
Yeah.
And getting away from the electric grungy stuff.
Yep.
And so he came and we jammed for a little bit, but he was kind of still more into the grungy stuff.
Okay.
So, but and it's kind of bad, but because once he didn't do that anymore, I automatically went back into the grungy stuff.
Ships to pass in the night.
Exactly. I'm like, okay. I was like, yeah, I just love a good crunch.
All right, I'm gonna put you on the spot here. I'm gonna pause it because I have to pee, so I can pause it. Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
1 second here. And of course, a malware bites thing pops up. Oh, do you prefer the finger, or do you like the pick, or both?
I can do both.
Just depends on what song you're doing, obviously. Yeah. And I have some different thickness picks, I think. So my friend Garrett brought, and I don't know. You actually might be able to tell me. I don't know if this is like a tourist trap gimmick, but he went to Hawaii on vacation and brought me back this, which is made out of some kind of volcanic rock.
Oh wow.
But they advertise it as it'll give you the island sound on your guitar. So is that just a gimmick,
right?
or?
Well, you know
but
what?
It's kind of cool. It does sound different.
I really love the placebo effect.
Oh.
Placebo, nocebo. Have you heard of that?
Well, I know what a placebo effect is, but no, I haven't heard the nocebo thing.
It's the same thing. So, placebo, they do. So they did
It's
this
for control trials.
right.
Yeah.
So they sugar pills
Yes.
and real pills. People
Yes.
believed and thought
They believed they were getting the drug.
they were getting the drug, and
Yep.
then they made them feel better, and then they.
Oh. So if I believe that pick gives me the island sound.
Yes, you feel it. There's a story to it. It makes it better.
Yes.
Just like the wine.
Yeah. But Darin's wine's amazing.
Darren's
all on its
wine's
own.
amazing, yeah. So, but the flip side of that is the nocebo effect.
Okay.
If you think and you feel that you're going to be sick, you can make your sick by believing that.
Yes, you can.
So it's
The mind has such power over the
Yeah.
body. Yes.
Okay, there it is.
Oh, nice. Hey, you don't have to use that pick, but that's fun. He's using your pick, Garrett.
Yeah, I haven't played in so long. But yeah, I love the part about how you can just get with. I've never been good at cover songs.
Okay.
Like I find it really hard, and so every time I play, it's always like we just kind of feel. It's
I was
like
going to
the
say,
energy.
do you
It's
feel like you're distracted because you're trying to make it sound like the original artist did?
Yeah.
And you can't just relax.
right? And you can't be like maybe it's just you just can't be authentic.
Yeah.
Like you can't
Yeah.
be the thing, and D1.
I love
Darin
it.
is D1.
Yep.
D1's on the bass. Jason's sitting at the drums, and D2 is on the guitar, and then my son's sitting at the piano, and then we're all do like a level check,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden you just kind of feel the energy in the room,
Yeah.
and then like you kind of feel like you're just like a and then all of a sudden
you just pick up the energy and it flows.
yeah, and then all of a sudden Jason will just do like a boom boom
Yeah.
boom boom.
And that's sometimes you can write songs that way. That's where you get the inspiration.
100%. And then Darin will do like a doom, and then all of a sudden everybody's jamming it, and then all of a sudden, it's a beautiful day today. And then it just connects.
Yeah.
And then you just go with it.
And you hope somebody at the end of it, you hope that you remember it. Like, holy shit, what did I just sing? I got to write that down. Napkin.
Yeah, and that's why.
Or record it.
Yeah, that's why Jason or D2, they've got a recorder thing, and they put it on the table, and
That
they
is
hit
smart.
record.
So
and
you
then,
capture that magic, and then you can go back and remember, oh, what was the chord progression?
Yeah,
Okay.
100%, yeah.
That's all you're going to do?
Yeah, that's all
Okay,
I'm gonna
that's
do,
fine.
yeah.
No pressure. I just wanted to hear you play it. It was an honor.
Yeah.
Again, I do always appreciate when a true musician, unlike myself, gets to play my instrument.
Yeah, I don't consider myself a true musician, but
Stop
my
it. Yes,
son
you
though,
are.
oh my gosh, Corey.
But you kind of understand why that. And this only cost me like $360.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
great.
so easy to play.
Oh,
it's portable. I
yeah.
can plug it in and it sounds great.
Yeah, that's
I
a
mean,
good one.
obviously, I just can't justify dropping $1,500, $2,000 on another one because I have this and I have the one my mom bought me.
Yeah.
And this works fine.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great one.
And there's a local music store in Battleground owned by our friend Jody and her husband, and she just has like local kids that work there, and I can just drop in on a time when I know they're not busy and say, hey, would you change the strings for me? I know how to change the strings, but it'll take me 45 minutes. It takes them 15 minutes. So I'm like, I'll pay you $30. Just change the strings for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so much easier than then I can go. It's like right across the street from Barrel Mountain Brewing in Battleground. So I drop the guitar off, go have a beer, come back, and it's ready.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, music, definitely the best.
Dude, it's
Definitely the best.
Yeah, it's a gift. I've said this before. It's like I have music in my head. Like I just find myself, my entire life, I've always found myself running around just humming, singing random songs. I do it in the tire shop all the time, and I noise the hell out of my coworkers. But like, yeah, there's like a rhythm always going on.
Yeah.
And of course, I associate so many life moments to a song.
Yeah.
Like I know what song I played in the car when my daughter was born at St. Vincent's Hospital there outside of Beaverton.
Yeah.
The first time I put her in the car from the hospital in the back seat, I know exactly what song.
What song was it?
Driving. It was Garth Brooks' "The Dance."
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna start tearing up. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, you're fine.
But yeah, like I kind of can kind of mark moments and chapters of my life related to a song.
Yeah.
That was important to me at that moment in that decade or that year.
Yeah.
So you're probably the same way.
Yeah, it's crazy. I went to in Oregon City, and it just brought back so many memories, and it was just such a random thing. But down in Oregon City, there's this place that sells distill stuff where you can
Like if you want to make your own whiskey,
make your own this, make your own
it'll
that.
sell the equipment.
Yeah, it's in downtown Oregon City. But
yeah, it's like a brewer's supply place almost.
Yes, but
Yeah.
it used to be a music store way back in the day.
Is it down by the courthouse, that part?
Yes, right by where the bridge is to go into like
The old bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was in there, and Darin had gave me a barrel of some old Pinot, and I had to distill and made some brandy.
Oh
with
shit.
it. But I went into that store to go buy some supplies,
Okay.
and he had this glass display case, and inside of it was an Herbal Jones cassette tape from our band.
How long ago was this?
This was back in the early 90s.
No, I meant when you saw the
Oh,
tape.
this is probably like 4 or 5 years. It's probably still there.
4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Randomly, an Herbal Jones like cassette tape.
Cassette tape, and fully in wrapper, in the case.
Did you buy it?
No.
You should have.
I didn't.
Oh,
I took a,
kinda
I
leave
took
it there.
a, I
You
took
take
a
a
picture.
photo,
Yeah, I took
leave
a
it
picture
there.
of it, and I was like,
That
I
was the
sent
right
it.
choice.
I sent it to all the guys, and I was like, you're never gonna believe
That is amazing.
what I just saw. Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit! I love that kind of nostalgic stuff because it happens when you least expect it.
Yeah. And then I just had my 55th birthday.
Yep. Yeah, I turned 54 in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
We're right
and
there.
Jason Steffen.
Yep.
He came to my birthday party.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he was like, he's like, I still have that cassette tape, the Herbal Joe's cassette tape. And he's like, I think if you were to remaster it and redo it, he goes, I think that would be really good stuff.
You should.
Because I was just like, holy crap. I was like, amazing that you still have that. Amazing that
You made an
think
impact.
that. Yeah, amazing that you think that would be great if we can
Dude.
like take the technology to it now. But anyway.
Oh my God, that's amazing. And again, these little happy accidents that happen decades later that you don't see coming.
Yeah.
That is freaking cool.
Yeah. It's
Oh, I see. I think Darin and his dad. Is that them? That's Darin, definitely. I think walking down.
Oh, I saw Darren. I don't know who the other guy
I
was.
think it was his dad. It was somebody taller than him. Is his dad taller? I feel like he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So,
Yeah.
Darin might be coming down to jump in on the end of the podcast and make some comments, or he just wanted to get away from all the Easter egg hunters. Or it's
That'd be
very
great.
possible that Taneha just said, "Go away, Darin. You're annoying me."
Totally. I think Susie, might be popping in here in a minute.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah. We can wrap it up very quick. Yeah, I'd love to see her too. I haven't seen her since that time a few years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, let's wrap it up now. Tony, dude, I appreciate this.
Oh, thanks
Holy
for
crap.
Thanks for inviting me.
This was amazing.
Thanks for
This is
inviting
why I do it. Again, I within 10 minutes of talking to somebody, I learned so much that I didn't know. I just like this kind of engagement, and we were talking about it earlier. It's so much better to engage with people in real life. Yeah. But I love what you're doing. I can tell you have a passion for it, and I'm glad you found this position because I feel like you can actually make a difference in this.
Yeah, me too. It's like my stepmom. She's like, you found your calling.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
It only took 48 years, but
yeah, exactly.
It's okay.
Okay, yeah, I think this is great, and I really enjoy this. I really enjoy going to work.
And one more
enjoy the
shout out to
kids.
King's
Yes.
Raven. Thank you for hosting. But yeah, dude, this was awesome.
Yeah,
and
thanks.
again, literally 36 years because I did go to a couple. I went to the 10 and the 20-year reunion. I didn't go to the 30. But I think I haven't seen you for 36 friggin' years.
Yeah.
Dude, and I'm actually going to say it now on the record. I think we're on the right path. I get the sense that we have both evolved. We are doing pretty gosh damn good.
Oh yeah.
And it's all becomes because of self-awareness.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah.
I'm going to pause or stop it, but thank you for the time.
Thanks, Ken.
And then we'll go drink more wine.
Sounds good.